Infinity Train is always unpredictable, and Book 4 looks to be no different. Out of all the possible storylines we could have gotten for the final season, a duo being abducted together seems interesting. I don't know if I'm completely on board with the idea just yet, but that's how I felt about Book 2, and it has my favorite character dynamic out of all the seasons. So we'll just have to see. And even though this show is famously unpredictable, I still have some ideas about what could go down in this final book. So get comfy, cause we're gonna break down this awesome trailer. Also, real quick, if you like today's outfit, be sure to check out its full body counterpart on my Instagram. What the hell, I'll just show it to you here this time. And that's enough plugging, let's get analyzing. So here we have characters Ryan and Min, two childhood friends who plan on becoming rock stars. Relatable. Through context clues in this trailer, it looks like Ryan is the one who actually plays guitar, or is at least the one carrying one around with him. They get abducted onto the train together, and here's where we hit our first prediction. Entering the same doorway is what causes the same number scenario, because in the past, individuals who entered the train got a custom number through the number car in Book 2. And this is all fine, but it's a double-edged sword, because think of it. If they both have the exact same number and entered through the exact same door, what will this mean for their exit? What? I predict that they will both have to get zeros to get their exit. They have to leave together or not at all. We'll come back to that idea. But first, let's look at this scene in particular. Ryan is getting on a normal train, with Min trailing behind him. Min is angry in this shot, but what for? I think that they're having a disagreement about their great plan to become rock stars. Ryan is dead set on his plan, but Min is probably having second thoughts. I believe this scene in particular is Ryan hopping on the train to get away from Min, and that's where they get abducted. This difference of opinion will likely stick with our duo for the rest of the season, and it'll be the central conflict. It's why they're on the train. Ryan is sticking with his childhood dream, but Min has changed. He's trying to be more realistic about his future. He wants to do something better, more meaningful, and this is how I predict the book will end. This is my big theory about how this season will finish. The pair will be working through their problem, and they'll both hit zero at some point. Ryan will run through the door first, and Min will follow. But before Min steps through the door, he stops. He realizes that he doesn't really want to leave. He'd rather stay on the train, because all throughout the season, he's found his real purpose in life. To help people on the train, kind of like a denizen. I think that they'll be doing this throughout the book to some extent, indicated by their uniforms they woke up with. 1-1 clearly has plans for them in the same way he had plans for Amelia. Anyways, Min has a fleeting thought of staying behind, and his number suddenly skyrockets. This dissipates the door, leaving Ryan in the real world while Min is still on the train, and this is supported by the shot of Ryan saying, "I won't leave you." And then, I don't know what's gonna happen. That's all I've got so far. I think it would fit the narrative based on the trailer we have, and it sort of lines up with the title of this book, which is Duet. Both of them have to leave together. Maybe if they don't, the train goes all haywire like it did in Book 2, when both Lake and Jesse had to leave together. So that's pretty much my main theory on how this season will gear up for its conclusion, but there are a few other details I want to talk about. The denizen of this season, this little floating bell, does she have a name? The internet says no, but my money is on Belle with an E. It's interesting that the denizen is also technically an instrument when the core theme of this season will likely revolve around the duo's music career. I can't say what her involvement will look like, but it's probably on par with 1-1 being the true conductor. She's an instrument, so she's clearly gonna have a role, right? She may be the final piece to get them home. And she does drop this line.
Sometimes numbers are a part of the problem, not the solution, you know?
Which may support my theory on the same number dynamic preventing them from splitting up. And splitting up might be what their characters actually need at the end of the day. Also, they have the gravity boots that the Apex were using. Does this mean they run into the new Apex in Book 4? Maybe, but it's equally likely that they woke up with them on, and 1-1 started using them to his advantage. We only see these boots for a split second in the trailer, but they seem like an important detail to me. And lastly, 1-1 is definitely back. I mean, here's the steward. He's changing the car that Ryan and Min are in, based on these similar lighting effects. He's up to something, I just don't know what. And I just realized the actual number they get. It's 202, symbolizing the exit door in between the two of them. Huh? You see what I did there? They both have to be at 0 for the exit to appear. I rest my case. Okay, that about wraps it up as far as predictions go. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I might consider doing episode reviews when Book 4 drops on the 15th. You guys seem to like it when I do episode reviews for a season, and you know what? Infinity Train is as good a show as any to do this for. Also, I will probably take a break next Friday. I've been going hard for about a month now, and it's really starting to get to me. Plus, I just want to learn how to use Adobe products a bit better to sort of clean up my video making process, make it a bit easier. You know how it goes. And also, comment below what kind of outfit Candles, which is my avatar, what should she wear next? Because if you don't know, every video has a different outfit for my avatar. That's sort of the gimmick around here. Be sure to check out my Instagram for the full body sketch of today's outfit. Even though you already saw it here, I do more questionable furry fashion over there if you want to check that out. Also, subscribe for more movie review / video essay hybrids. And I just made another one on Infinity Train, so check that out if you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye!